something out yet? How you feeling?
Trying.
Yeah?
Learned a lot.
It's good?
Yeah. Trying to put them all.
What'd you learn? Mostly.
A lot.
I know, give me a few. A couple things. Big ones.
Well, still trying to nail like the in-home like presentation and stuff like that, but I've learned a lot like basically just trying to build the value and the why as opposed to being like transactional. Because I think like my first appointment that I went into, I was just like didn't go into the why at all.
Yeah.
Like why they needed this much coverage, why are you actually looking for insurance? I just like assumed like they knew why I was there, and they were just
Which is good to do. You should assume they know why you're there.
right. I was just like, this is life insurance. You need life insurance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You understand why it's important? Figure that out.
I guess just to make it more like an emotional decision, as opposed to just like straight transactional.
You can make decisions on emotion.
Yep.
They keep that shit on the logical side of it though. It has to make sense also. If you notice, like, and I've heard multiple do it, but if you've seen him right at so he goes over the benefits, and then I don't know if it's before or after pricing, I can't remember how he did it, but then he goes over the benefits again. He's like, just to make sure we're on the same page, you know exactly what you're gonna, you know what I mean? And that's the logical side, like locking it in.
Yeah. And then like yesterday, Anthony told me like, cause this lady was like, I want 40K. And she couldn't even afford 40K once I went through like her pay and stuff like that. But sure. He was like, did you ask why she
Yeah.
I was like, no. Yeah. 40K? Let's go. Like, you know, like in my head, I was just like,
Maddox wants a Lamborghini.
Yeah, exactly. We all want something. Yeah. So I didn't go like into depth of why she wanted 40K. She may not even needed 40K.
Yeah.
So just small stuff like that, just small stuff.
It's just interesting when you ask stuff like that, like why 40? Dude, you'll get crazy. And sometimes it's like, that's what someone else quoted me. Sometimes it's they have no fucking idea, they just made it up. I mean, it could be, you get all kinds of shit. Yeah, I mean, it could be anything, dude. It usually opens doors to more information. You know, and the information lets you navigate how to set things up, how to ask questions, their thought process. You know what I mean? Could be, I don't know, I saw a commercial this morning for 40K and it was $8 a month. That could be the answer. I was at the bank and they offered me 40 grand for fucking $12. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh shit, I gotta battle that now. Yeah. Which, if you don't know, the banks do accidental cheap as shit. And somehow all these fucking seniors think they got a permanent policy anyways. Their fucking bank rapes them and they don't know they have. It happens all the time.
Yep.
So, you just never know what you'll get. Be super curious. And ultimately that gets them to sell you why they're needing something.
Yeah.
I mean, if they aren't pitching you, again, you can close some without that. It's just harder and less of them stick.
Cut through, buddy.
And most of them, they've never verbally expressed any of this stuff to each other. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, that makes sense. We probably need that. But no one sat down and discussed like what it would look like if we die and we don't have. I promise you, they not sat down and go, should we get this? I don't know, honey. What do you think? Well, let's talk about it. If you die, what would happen? They ain't doing that shit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Ever.
You gotta paint that picture.
And so when you do it, that's a very like ingraining conversations to them because they've never had it with each other. Or if it's a single person, typically not really out loud. And they start saying it, dude, it triggers different shit here than if you just say it. You know? And then at the point, the idea of it is, fine, lock it in, make a move now, sure. But like in 3 months when some bullshit comes up, that conversation should stick. You know what I mean? Whereas if you just go through it and get the laydown, dude, they can just fucking call him and get more insurance. Who cares? You know? There wasn't really any emotion tied to it. It wasn't like, oh shit, this is fucking important. This goes up the list and something else. You try to make it so it's not even in the discussion of coming off their bills if they're tight. Something else would.
Yeah, and I think another like
No different than their car won't come off those list of bills. Why? Because they got to get to fucking work and do. You know what I mean? It's just it's non-negotiable. That ain't coming off. Yeah. And the more you do it right with this stuff, this doesn't have to be a negotiable thing to fall off.
Yeah.
Most agents try to just squeeze it in with whatever they got left. You got 7 cents left at the end of the month. That's what we'll squeeze.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Their approach is tough, dude.
Let me ask you something about that, because I'm thinking like right now, when I'm going through like budgeting and everything, right? And I'm figuring out how much they have, what they spend, things of that sort. It gives me the idea of what they can afford, but how do you really move insurance from this? They have X amount to
The importance of it. The importance of it. Meaning how important. If it's more important because I need to take care of Susan, my daughter, my cousin, my uncle, my grandkids, my thing, I want to, like, that shifts it up in importance.
so just,
I got to mentally get it more important. We don't sit down, guy, you got 12 bills. How do I get this to number 4?
okay.
But, like, their mortgage, you don't even have to talk about it. That's fucking near the top, if not the top. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, dude, if I'm getting into budgets and you're worried about stuff and it's tight and you're like, shit, damn good question, but like, hey, if you're like me and my wife, we waste money on some dumb shit every month. What do you waste money on? Bingo, lottery, cigarettes. They'll come up with some shit. You know what I mean? If I feel it's tight, I'm like, all right, so fair to say you're willing to give up some of those things to make sure this sticks? I'll fucking not. How many times I'll be sitting in the house and they're like, I ain't got no money. I'm like, dude, you got 7 cartons of fucking Marlboro Lights right there. You know what I mean? 3 cases of fucking Natty Light over there. Like, stop. You got no money. You know, it's the same concept.
Is that how you verbalize it? So that way.
If I'm sitting in a house, you sure as fuck that you try to fuck with me and tell me you ain't got no money. Like, I got no money. Bro, I can look in your house. You fucking bought all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, easy. If I have to.
And is that how you verbalize it to make it like stick in a sense? Like you tell.
I mean,
them,
I'm trying to get them to stop BSing. That's all. And for them to shift the importance, because that's them saying it's not important at all. You know what I mean? And they got fucking 3 boxes of ho-hos and ding-dongs and Cheetos. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, where's your importance in life lie? You know? And to them, that means I just have no money after all this stuff. It's not that there's no money. There's just no money left after mentally we have to spend it on whatever the hell we spend it on now. You know? So, again, someone's tight on budget. They're like, all right, so you've said you're tight on budget. This is something that's not affordable in the past or whatever. Seems like you understand you need insurance now. I know we want to make this fit in your budget. You said your budget's pretty tight. What are we going to knock off to make sure this sticks and you don't cancel in a couple months? Fucking really valid question to ask someone. You know what I mean? Like, why should I waste my time writing this if you aren't going to shift it around and make sure you keep it? Mentally, I'm not going to say it that way necessarily, but that's my thought process, if I have to. You know what I mean? I'm sure they do all kinds of shit when it's tight. I would hope. I'm sure they ain't just fucking winging it, hope like shit it sticks. You know what I mean? It's like you got to address the elephant in the room with shit like that. In a lot of situations. Shit. You know, in home we were taught. I don't know. I'm sure you were taught the same shit because you're fucking the pedigree of the same thing. You know, the agents fucking go in a house, someone will be in a wheelchair, have no fucking arm, and they don't even acknowledge it, ask about it, say anything, and like, dude, he's sitting there with no fucking arm, and you didn't bring it up during health question, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You know, so sometimes like you just gotta address the shit because you're thinking it, they're thinking it. They're like, this motherfucker not realize I ain't got an arm yet. You know? So I was just taught to just address the shit, you know, which is easy because I'm like that in general anyway. Like if we got shit, I'm like, hey, can we just talk? Can we just talk about it? You know. Again, there's no perfect way, but you just learn little nuances, little things to get people to just stay on track. That's all. It is a defense mechanism to go like, I got this, you know what I mean? They're just no different than we try to set expectations to prevent shit later. They're saying shit now to prevent them fucking buying later too. And you selling that. They're definitely playing the let's do it up front game so later I don't get in trouble. They're playing the same fucking game. It's just the inverse. You know? So sometimes those statements that they say or the things they say are to make you think, I'm not a buyer. A lot of times those are the fucking best buyers, dude. Sometimes them tight ones are fucking... It's crazy. I've been some of the biggest premiums. Them fucking broke ass houses. You think they ain't got no money, and they'll pick the one fucking $380 a month, like nothing. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yep.
you're in a cardboard box.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the families that have the most policies with me too. They can fucking give you referrals. They write their whole family. That's fucking nuts. I gotta.
They're usually the hardest to replace too, because they usually put up a fight for the next agent trying to follow behind you, or anything like that. Once you crack their code,
Yeah.
it was nice not driving, like you said, but it's just like I like actually being there.
Yeah.
And you build like a relationship with these people. Like, I mean, you feel the visceral like kind of difference you did, because especially if they sat with someone, they didn't get something in place. You got them to get something in place, and now they love you, even though they were hitting you with I can't buy anything, I'm broke, I'm this.
I mean, but to be honest though, I've experienced that over the phone too.
Yeah,
So it's just different game. But
I guess so. And I'm talking on the one-sided as a one-sided agent. Well, you know, one side. Professional, make a comment on it. It is all the same stuff though. It's just like almost micro. It's like shortened. Everything's a lot more short, like time length wise, like from the appointment to like what's
in person or over the phone?
over the phone. Like a lot of it's like kind of short. Like some of the stuff that takes a lot longer in person is shorter on the phone. The rapport definitely. I actually lucked out with the ones I was talking to. The rapport was there, and they trusted me. So I don't know how often that happened, or how much trust you have to build. I feel like the trust thing would be a thing you have to like kind of nurture at first with some people.
But if I feel like you sound professional enough and you actually are doing a good job of finding the problem, that kind of helps you too.
That makes sense.
On the back end, if they don't trust you, it's usually like a social banking objections.
Yeah.
But if you did a good job in the beginning, all of the think about it, I can't afford it, all of that, that's not trust. That's just
Smoke through.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That makes sense too.
When you said that with time, obviously there's only so many situations that can come up, and there's only like a couple of scenarios that people are, for let's say, you mentioned, I don't necessarily remember the age, but you're like, a 50-year-old to try to protect his mortgage, or a very young family. And you must have seen a reason to buy, or like a more common situation that is connected to the purchase, and for that to stick. What are like the 3, 4, 5 main categories that usually come up for someone new to have an idea?
Like the scenarios?
Yeah.
I would say what I sold the most of and I got the best at, I don't know, that it's not necessarily every single scenario, but they're really fucking common. Especially, and when we looked at it, like mortgage protection, right? It would tend to fall into young cats in their early 20s, young, single, just fucking bought a house, really have no fucking clue what's going on in life. Just bought a house. Smart, obviously smart enough to do that, but they don't know shit else. That's one scenario. Then I would say, like, you certainly have your everyday fucking married couple with 2.5 kids and the white fence. You know what I'm saying? We've got the tradition, they both work, whatever. Maybe there's a breadwinner, maybe they're whatever. So I think you get a lot of that. And I think you start getting into that middle age, fucking that 50s range. Maybe married, maybe not, whatever. It's irrelevant. But what tends to happen a lot there is they have experience with insurance being really cheap and having had it a long time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They got it maybe when they're 30 or 40. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They've had it 10, 15 years. There's still plenty left on it. They still aren't old enough. It's like me. I'm not old enough. Nigga, I'm in the business, but I'm not at a point where I'm like worried about fucking aging and cancer and death. You know what I mean? It's not top of mind for me at this age. And quite frankly, I have a decent amount of insurance in term. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's like, and so today's pricing for me is fucking expensive compared to what I pay. You know what I mean? If I just go face amount premium. So it's like I got to deal with that. Mm-hmm. And I tend to have work insurance at that age. You know what I mean? 22-year-old probably doesn't. 50-year-old guy probably does. At least more often than not. You know, so it's, and then you got the old folks. Got a mortgage. They're old as shit. healthy, unhealthy, irrelevant. And those are kind of the scenarios. And I could go micro down and go, they married or they not married, or they healthy, or they. I could get into the nitty gritty, but those are kind of the three. And I don't handle any of those the same. 22-year-old, that young couple, the fucking middle-aged dude, or the old people. Every single one of them, for me, the presentation is completely different.
You set different expectations, and you have a different process.
I have a completely different approach. Yeah. And then I go to the final expense side. For me, I really only have one approach on final expense. I'm really fucking simple. I just got, it's just one thing there. That was really the main shit. You give me those 5 scenarios, dude. I don't know that I sold much else. I don't know what else there is. You know what I mean? Besides the occasional fucking weirdness. Single mom, fucking 32-year-old with whatever. That's irrelevant. But those others, I ran into those the most. Felt like I was always seeing one of those handful of things. And so I decided to have a very specific approach that started to work with each of them. And that came over time.
So for example, if we were to focus on the 50s range, like the 45, 50, 55, then your main concern would be to educate that and to prepare that it would be more expensive because their age, and if they have any term that it will expire, or what are the specific things that you're thinking?
I'm certainly going to make sure they understand the general concept of insurance pricing, meaning your 30-year term, no shit, it's cheap. Keep it. It's fucking cheapest insurance you're ever going to get. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that work insurance they understand is not theirs.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And I'm going to hammer fucking living benefits.
Why?
Because they tend to know someone that's gotten sick in some form or fashion but didn't die. Find me a 50, 55-year-old that doesn't have some buddies that had a heart attack, diabetes, cancer. Find one. 50-something-year-old don't know somebody that had fucking critical illness of some kind. It doesn't exist, dude. You ask any 55-year-old. Know anybody, family, friend, coworker, had something major but didn't die? Heart attack, cancer, stroke? 100% of people say yes. So it's an easy segue to find stories where someone got in trouble. Lost a job, lost a house, fucking had financial issues. You know what I mean?
Because he wasn't...
Yeah, because he had a fucking heart attack. And you know what I mean? If you're out of work for 4 months, you got fired. That's real life. Maybe they went on disability, or maybe, who knows, dude? But you start getting stories like that from people, and maybe it's them. Sometimes it's them, or a wife, or whatever, the spouse, but a lot of times it's someone they know, a brother, a cousin, an uncle, the father, someone at work. You know what I mean? It could be anything. Fuck, a lot of us probably know someone that had that shit. So instead of explaining living benefits just flat, I'm not mad at the way you do it, because you just explain it.
Yeah.
For me, I want to create the scenario first, and then go, all right, here's how we solve that scenario with those benefits you explain. You know what I mean? They don't know why I'm asking that. They have no fucking earthly idea why I'm asking that question.
So would you then prefer to share a story from a third party person?
If I can get a third party story, 100%. And I used to give them. Like when I worked in the warehouse, dude, people get hurt all the fucking time. So I would give stories about someone on a pallet jack, a coworker, a buddy of mine that, you know what I mean? I would just give personal stories if I had to. But it was really fucking easy to get stories out of people. Start asking. Ask everyone in their 50s, dude. Do you know someone that's had a fucking critical illness, heart attack, cancer, stroke, and didn't die and had consequences from it? They will fucking say yes.
Yeah.
So that was the main thing there for me. I had a hard time selling those early on because I couldn't fucking get over I got $500,000 for fucking $42 a month, and I got 9 years left. I don't got to worry about that today. I struggled with that demographic.
If you're an insurance agent and you feel like you're stuck, you've hit a wall, you're trying to figure out sales strategies, the scripts to use, how to get off the ground and get to that top of the leaderboard type status, I have a course that I've put out, super affordable. I'm getting a ton of great feedback from people every day on the strategies they've learned and been able to implement, from goal setting to sales techniques to calendar scheduling, everything you would need to get your business off the ground and get running quickly. jwcourse.com, click the link below and get in there today.
Whereas the younger folks, that middle, everyday couple, dude, for me to sell them a mortgage protection cash back, that was easy as fuck for me. It was just so simple. It was like stealing.
Would you do a 20 or 30 year?
I did a 25. It was
25?
my favorite. Yeah. And
then 100% cash back?
Yeah. I loved that one. Because then I could teach them how to pay off their mortgage 5 years early. calculate 5 years of interest, 5 years of payments, paying $1,000 a month, 12 grand a year, 60 grand over 5 years. You save 60 grand on mortgage payments, plus you get all your money back on the insurance. It's a fucking no-brainer, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so I can't call the insurance free. You call it, well, what do you call it when you pay all the years and that after 30 you paid zero? What do you call that? You know what I mean? I can't say it's free.
Inflation.
Correct. They go, what's my interest? That was the only objection I would get. What do I earn for interest? I go, the free life insurance for 25 fucking years is your interest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Shit. You mean, so that was the hook for me. That was the major, I was trying to accomplish that. An easy setup, especially in times of high interest rates. When you ask someone on the mortgage side, hey, do you do anything now, or would you like to do something to pay off your mortgage early? A lot of people already send an extra 100, 200, 300, 500 a month to the mortgage anyway. So then I can explain how to shift it and accomplish the same thing if I want to. Or, again, not a majority do, but even if they go, I love it, most of them will go, yeah, I mean, we really want to. We've been talking about that. We just haven't done it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'd get that way more. Which says what? I got money. I got budget. I can figure it out. I just got to prioritize it. You know what I mean? And then if I can make this accomplish what they wanted over here, they just haven't done it yet, plus it accomplishes the insurance that I'm there for, I'm like a fucking 2-for-1 special. You know what I mean? So that was the strategy there. Honestly, fucking, if I was selling any one of y'all, my strategy was get in and out in fucking 12 minutes so you can go back to smoking weed and drinking beer. I mean, that's fucking it. I didn't say shit. I didn't explain nothing. Your age, I'd be like, hey, bro, first house? Yeah. You have any idea how this shit works? They'd be like, nope. Perfect. Here's how it works. You drop dead. House will be paid off for the benefit. Who's the beneficiary? Mom or dad? Yep. All right, you drop dead. They ain't got to worry about it. They'll get the money. You don't drop dead at the end. You get $32,000, $412 back. And I'd show no cash back, cash back. Cover the whole thing, $42 a month. Cover the whole thing with cash back, $86 a month. Here's how much money you get back. Which one do you want? They go, cash back. I go, yeah, I don't even know why they make me show the other one because no one fucking picks that. Can you grab your ID and checkbook? That was my presentation. Fucking 3 minutes. And I would close 75%. And if I didn't, I'd be gone in 4 minutes. If I wrote it, I'd be gone in 12, 15.
Yeah.
20 would be a long one for that age group. And then seniors was all about buying time. That was it. It was just shifting to get them that they're going to move. They're going to tell me the way I would ask it always was like, hey, let me ask you a question. At your age, my guess is you're like most seniors I sit with, that if something should happen to either you, depending on this couple, single, whatever, you know, couple, if something should happen to either one of you, my guess is the other one would probably consider downsizing or moving near grandkids or maybe a different, smaller type house that you don't got to take care of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Fucking 90% of them say yes right off the bat. So I don't have to cover the whole thing because you're fucking selling it anyway. If it's single, it's, all right, my assumption is you drop dead. The kids are just going to sell this thing to get the equity out of it. Correct? Yep. So now, again, we don't have to pay off the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just giving them enough time to make the payments until we can sell it, which shifts me straight to whole life, and I don't have to fuck with health problems anymore. I can skip. I don't fucking have to explain term. I don't have to explain nothing. And then I can be the savior that goes, hey, I know a lot of people probably come in here and try to sell you $400,000 worth of insurance. I mean, my boss would be fired the fuck up if I did. But the reality is, I'm guessing you don't want another mortgage payment for insurance? They're like, nah. They're like, here's what I tell people to do. Don't tell my boss, but my suggestion is you don't get anywhere near full coverage. And here's how I would do it. Payment $1,000 a month, 12 grand a year, 24 grand, get you 10, 15, 20, 30 grand. It'll make payments for as long as needed for Susan to sell the house. That way the bank don't steal your fucking house and equity. Go from there. And they'd be like, the most common response I got, shit, never thought of that. No one told, I didn't think I could do that. By far the biggest response I would get. Because in their head, it was mortgage. I always used to joke with agents trying to explain it. Because it's hard for people to understand. How do I sell 20 grand to someone who has a $400,000 mortgage? They can't wrap their head around that making sense. And if you don't set it up right, it's not enough insurance for the money. You know what I mean? It's not enough insurance for fucking $180 a month. It's 20 grand. Who gives a shit? I don't talk about 20 grand. I talk about having the house on the market so whoever can sell it and they don't have to run from the funeral home to the real estate office to list it. I mean, you drop dead today, you ain't got nothing in place. You really want your kids fucking leaving the casket and going to fucking list your house the next day? Or you want to give them a year or two to fucking mourn? You know? It's just, then it's more about what it does, not what it is. And what it does is give their family peace and time. You know what I mean? So it's just approach. So I would sell the shit out of the concept first. Typically, I mean, young person, I ain't doing nothing, but you know how this works? No, here's how it works. Pick one. You know what I mean? So for me, it was more about the approach. And that took time to figure out. Because at the beginning, the approach was the same, which is why I'm not that big of a script guy. I am, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Again, there's intentionality, there's process, but one script does not sell all 5 of those scenarios the same way. It just fucking doesn't. You know? Whereas the concept does. Introduction, set expectations, financial inventory, find the why, expect. You know what I mean? It's like that fits, but the exact wording does not.
It's the guidelines, but
Yeah, correct. The verbiage is different. You know, I'm not saying to someone 22, all right, so if you die, you know, I assume you want to make sure that the fucking equity goes to your kids instead of the bank, and they don't give a fuck, dude. Mm-hmm. You know, how many times you walked into a house with someone young and you can literally fucking see the alcohol everywhere, you can smell the fucking weed burn, and like, it's, dude, that they don't give a shit. You know what I mean? They want me in and out, and I want to be in and out. So can we just be okay that I'm going to be in and out? You know? And it fucking worked for me. And people didn't understand it. 12 minutes in the house? Like, the fuck you want me to be doing? Playing video games with kid? You know what I mean? Like, fuck. So once I did that, I was like 5 scenarios. If they didn't fit, and so for me, like that, if you were 60 plus, I was going that buying time. If you were in that 50s, I was going living benefits. I was shooting for it. I didn't waver and go term, whole life, IUL. I wasn't trying to figure out, like, what do you know? What do you want to know? Let me educate you on all these things. That wasn't my approach. Mm-hmm. My approach was, I'm going for this. They don't know any better. They don't need to know all the fucking options. They don't need to know everything in the world. This is the approach I'm going for. Again, it didn't work every time, but it fucking worked a lot. You know? And if I lost one because the approach wasn't perfect, meaning I get someone older that's 65 that is healthy and does want a term and can afford the term and, you know what I mean, a big policy. If I miss it because I went whole life and I'm okay with it. You know? Because I'd rather back out and go to what they want because they're arm wrestling the shit out of me that they don't want 20 grand and they want 200 grand and they're willing to pay for it. You fucking arm wrestle me, I'll give it to you. You know what I mean? But I didn't want to have to kind of go like, all right, which one do we want to do? They're 62. Fuck. I can go term. I can go UL. I can go whole life. Let me explain and educate them first and let them choose. I don't like that. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's wrong. Yeah, right. It just wasn't good for me. You know, I'm not an educator, salesperson necessarily. I will educate you, but that's not my lead. You know what I mean? It's not my strength per se. And at all my approach. And it was easy to teach that. You know what I mean? I take a guy and I teach him 4 or 5 different things as a wrap. It's like, all right, fucking, because that's an overwhelming majority of the clients you see. I don't know, are there any other scenarios y'all see besides those? Is there anything else? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so.
How would you explain to like a new agent going in a house or even house with like no script, like the concept of building value, like how to buy life insurance?
Yeah.
Especially going in a house with no script.
I mean, I'm not going to send a new agent without a script.
But in a house?
Yeah, I'll give them a script. I mean, they'll, yeah.
You know?
I mean, they don't have to read it, so like, they should study it. And what I tell people, what I did, I literally do. If I, you know, we had the lead out. So we'd have the fucking lead sitting here. You know what I mean? A big ass fucking sheet of paper. So I'd have the lead out here, and we'd be talking about it. We're like, all right, so on this paper, you said blah, blah. Dude, right under it, I would have a fucking sticky note, bro. With the fucking few bullet points of what I had to, yep. Fucking rapport, financial inventory, why, set expectations, fucking shit like that. I just had little bullet notes, a little fucking tiny, like it was like I was cheating in school on a test. And I had it written in like small little print, so only I could read it, and I'd fucking peek at it every once in a while. I swear, dude. You know, So again, I don't send them in with a fucking big thing to read, but for us, we send that financial inventory sheet, which we created that to keep you on track of the process of the script, the structure of a script. So you take that one sheet in, they're going to kind of go through a script without even knowing it. You know, if you just name, previous insurance, fucking income, working or not, you know what I'm saying? It kind of walks you through it. So that's why we created that. It was our script, if you will. But you know, they needed trainings on bullet points. The first dude I worked with, I don't remember it today. He used to have this acronym for it. I fucking hated it, but he had it. It's like 15 web T's or something. It's 15 minutes of small talk.
15 minutes small.
Yep. It was 15 web T's. 15 minutes of small talk, then the why. The E, I don't remember what the E stood for.
Explain.
I don't fucking remember. I was like, this is fucking dumb. I ain't doing this. I tried it. When I stopped doing rapport, have you heard the story, Giovanni? Why I stopped fucking building fake rapport? With the floor?
Yeah, and you
Bro.
got something. Yeah.
Oh, dude. I'm sitting in this fucking shithole house. Nice people, but it's fucking shithole. And I'm pretty new. It's like, it's got to be my first year. I walk in, I sit at this kitchen table. This small, tiny little fucking kitchen. One of those 3-seat kitchen tables that's fucking crammed up against the wall. And the fucking stove's right there. And the kitchen's like pretty small. You know, it's just a small, tiny little thing. So I'm sitting there and they're fucking mean mugging, mad people. They weren't like the openly happy fucking thank God you're here people. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to fucking bullshit this guy to get him to open up. It's a couple. And I'm like, shit. Dude, these are dope floors. I fucking like them. He goes, that's my foundation, bro. We can't afford floors. I was like, fuck. My bad. And I look around and you kind of see where it goes to normal floor over there. I fucking missed that one, bro. I'll just get up and leave now. Good to meet you, sir. And that was the last day I did it. I was like, fuck these 15 web T's. So that was it. After that, I was like, nope, never again.
Did you see did you see more conversion?
Oh, it wasn't even close, bro.
Were you like, let's just do it?
I'm not a natural rapport guy anyway. I don't need it. If you're approaching me, I don't need it. And I'm not naturally going to be good at giving it either. Because I don't give a shit. Straight, honestly, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care how your day is. I don't care what the weather is in your town. I don't give a shit about your cabinets. And I don't believe you care if I care. Does it make sense? I don't think anyone gives a shit. Now, if it's natural because you build rapport naturally and it just happens naturally, which I can do too with certain people. I can naturally hit it off with people. Fine, let it be. It works. But to force it, great book. What are those books about? Bro, stop it. You don't actually give a fuck. Fair?
And they know that you don't.
Correct. Now, if it's your favorite fucking author and you can tell a 27-minute story about how you met them and had an autograph and blah, 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 fine. Fucking talk about it. You know what I mean? But it's when it's this forced stuff, I didn't like it. So for me, dude, it was very much like, and again, the way I would talk to the agents to get them to understand that it's okay to do it. I'm like, dude, we all go to the doctor. That motherfucker walks in, he don't build no rapport before we all pull our pants down. It's fucking touching my balls with no rapport. So it's fucking very normal in a professional setting to just go. You know what I'm saying? It's a lady. Yeah. Dr. Susan. Anyway, this is a way to get people to go, yeah, it makes sense. You know, it's just, again, if it happens naturally, fine. But I think forced, anything is awkward.
Even some people just like cut to the chase.
Yeah.
I've had people do something like,
Again, if it's natural, fine. Let it be natural. I don't give a shit. So yeah, I think, I can build a baby amount of rapport, especially in the field, fucking from walking from the front door to the kitchen table. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I can do that in 2 seconds. Something about the car, something in the yard, something with kids, some bumper sticker, something I see in their fucking front seat because I look at every car to see how they keep it. You know what I mean? You can tell by the backyard if there's shit everywhere. It's so easy. It's mortgage, just buy the house or refinance. You know what I mean? It can happen in 2 seconds.
But wouldn't you then consider even a report when you just dig into the why? Because you're building a report about their situation.
I'm going to do it significantly more after as the closer I get to application, the more why I'm building. I mean, the more rapport I'm building, for sure. As the appointment goes on, I'm going to build it more naturally. And if there's dead time, I'm going to fill it with stuff. Mm-hmm. So like when you're over there, I hear you do it all the time. When you're fucking looking shit up, or yesterday you were paying for your fucking license.
Yeah.
I saw that shit. He's fucking, he'd ask a question and then take 47 seconds to fucking type in the next thing. Then he'd go back in and type in the answer. He'd ask another question, go over here and type it. He was buying time. I'm assuming to get it before you issued that one, before you submitted it. I was like, that was smart. So but you were filling dead air. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the same.
But for the very beginning, like it doesn't necessarily even have to be about the rug or the
Correct.
books. It could be just about I'm here to help.
100%. That's what it is.
What is it for me to help? And this is the report.
That's exactly what, I mean, I'd get into it right away. You know what I mean? Hey, where can I lay my stuff out? Table, whatever. I mean, obviously I'm looking for the kitchen table ideally, but it don't work out that way a lot, especially in final expense. So it's like, where can I lay my shit out? Oh, fucking on the floor. Pull up here, bro.
Bring a chair.
Yeah, there's a cinder block, 100%. You know, it's like, all right. I mean, it's clear as day what this thing says. Can you give me a little bit more clarity on why? We'll just start. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that will naturally build rapport. As you know, my husband this, my job that, I'm an accountant over here. And you can find natural little things they talk about that you can relate with. So it's very easy to do that along the way instead of in advance. You know? And it feels more natural. After that, that's what started to speed up appointments too. You know, where again, if you teach new agents to do it too quick, I don't train on how to get out of the house quick. There'll come a time. Don't even try. If you try to get out quick, it's a wrap. If you try to get off the phone quick, it's a wrap. Fucking don't try to make it quicker. Mm-hmm. It naturally happens with skill set and efficiency, and you understand the apps and the paperwork. You know where everything is. It naturally speeds up. But cutting out the bullshit. You set that as the tone. Whereas if you set the tone as we're going to talk about dumb shit all day, that's when you can't shut them up sometimes. And you fucking sit there 15 minutes every time you story about the grandkids in Kentucky, and you're like, fuck, where do I cut them off? My fucking head is spinning listening to the story.
You ask about life insurance. Oh, no, I don't know.
Yeah, correct. 100%. Oh, we're here for life insurance? Is that why we're here? 100%, dude. Yeah. These fuckers will talk your face off all day. So if you open the door that's what we're there for, I mean, you did fucking open the door. You know?
That happened to me too many times.
Hell yeah, dude. Because we feel and or more often than not, we've been told it's a necessity to do business. And that's not true. It's not fucking true at all. You know? I don't need to meet someone or talk. If I want something, I don't need to I don't even want to speak to someone if I don't have to. Just send it to me. You know? My cars, dude, I don't go buy cars. I fucking text someone. I'm like, yo, I want that car. Most of my cars are done by text or email. I don't fucking go visit. I don't go to a dealership. I don't talk to nobody. I don't do nothing. It's like I want it. Huh?
So Giovanni don't either. He just shops everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, different game, dude. I mean, you'll be there for like 4 hours.
Yeah. I hated that shit. I don't do that.
Like,
I want the car.
You build the most rapport, like.
Yeah.
That's what I was taught. Like if you're friends with, like, I want to be John's friend as much as possible before me and you go need to talk numbers. Yeah. So I know everything about John.
It feels so fake at the dealership though.
It's also a different game.
It does,
this
but
is
like,
a different game though.
Yeah, it's different.
It's
I mean,
not
you don't
a
want to
fucking,
be with someone that doesn't talk.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's probably easy too to find out if they're a car guy or not. That's probably easy transition into talking or not. You know what I mean? And again, it's the same concept, but you're filling dead time. You're filling dead air too. There's a lot of walking around.
Lot of time, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, but you got to know your audience. Some people feel like they want a little bit more. You got to learn to read that. That's hard for a new agent. But you do that. Giovanni can. If someone needs a little bit more loving, dude, you can pick up on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's not bad that you err on the side of caution when you're new and do too much. I'd rather you do that than not enough. Because you can always pull it back.
Yeah, I did that. Like, I think you're on my AirPod. That one guy I was talking to, like, I was like talking for like 20 minutes about his TVs and all that. It was just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you here again for?"
Yeah.
I said, "My final expense." He goes, "Oh, I purchased that a week ago."
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, "Okay." And then we tried to review his policy and stuff like that. He didn't want to give me his policy number. It was just a mess. Then I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that shit."
Yeah. Dude, I remember being in this one house one day. It's fucking funny. Some of the memories that come back, bro. I wonder if this ever happened to you. I fucking go in the house. I'm shooting the shit with a guy. Same thing. 5-10 minutes. Just about who knows what. I don't even remember. Just because I remember the outcome of it. We sit down at the table and he's like, "What are you here for?" Same thing. So I show him the fucking thing. Dude was a fucking neighbor. I went to the wrong house.
He let you
He let me in. We sat down at the table. We shot the shit for fucking 10 minutes. And I was supposed to be next door at the neighbor's house. Yeah.
Pitch him?
Huh?
Pitch him?
Him? All I remember is that, like, fuck me, what did I do, dude? I was like, what the
You're like,
fuck?
dude, why'd you let me in?
Yeah, it was weird, dude. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I don't remember how it played out or if I went to the neighbor after that or not. I kind of forget.
We almost ain't have you.
Huh?
We almost ain't have you. If you went to the wrong house and it was a serial killer or something, he let you in.
People let you in, bro.
Yeah.
They will let you. They will let you
Oh,
in.
you are not. Come on in. I'm like, wait.
Dogs.
Yeah,
Doors open.
Yeah, I'm like,
Don't
you are.
let you in, dude.
100%. Well, I'm in the bathroom. I'll be down in a minute.
You sit there.
Get you a drink if you want. Dinner's on the stove. Shit like that. It's fucking crazy,
It's
dude.
ready.
Yeah. These fucking people.
If you consider that you've done building trust correctly,
Yeah.
but and obviously if you've done it to the maximum, the objections for social and banking wouldn't necessarily happen, most probably. But let's consider that it's not that either you've missed something in the beginning in the finding the why or whatever, but they don't want to give you social as we want to make sure that you're as healthy as they want to make sure that you're as healthy as we say you are to check. So that's pretty more simple to overcome. But if you want
They're pushing hard. If they're pushing hard, you mean? Objecting?
more for the banking,
Yeah.
I logically, besides the anti-money laundering verification that actually needs to take in place, but I guess just some people are not able to fully comprehend it.
Yeah.
Or I'm just not really explaining it as simple. I had a couple of situations, not too many, but they're like, why can I get approved and then give you the banking or whatever?
Yeah.
How is what do you use or what do you teach for a simple way to go over that objection and to answer it? If we consider that you've done things correctly in the front end.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is we're not applying just to see if you get approved.
Mhm.
We're applying for insurance.
Mhm.
So the assumption is if you get approved, you're buying this. And they don't want to even attempt to see if you're approved without you proving you're going to pay for it. Because, and again, I can get really technical if you want. One, it's kind of common sense. But two, it does cost money to underwrite this thing. The second I push the button and pull out reports, that costs money. So they're just more curious that you're going to pay and that you can pay. And why, you know what I mean? So I can just keep it simple, dude.
Okay.
More often than not. But if it's more of a trust thing
So it might not
versus
even,
a wondering why thing, you know what I mean? Like if they're genuinely curious, like why the fuck? My inclination would be to think you didn't really explain it well that we're buying insurance right now.
yeah.
Where you do that pretty clear over there. Whereas if it's a trust thing, the one I closed last week, which one day we're gonna figure out how to edit it or how we want to do it because it's a little bit longer call, but she was pushing back. It's also very different in a home. It's fucking significantly easier in a house to overcome that shit. This is not difficult. But my own thought process too is like, you know how you guys do things like you had someone looking up the ID on the website? Don't you find it funny that satisfies them? Because I could give them your fucking ID right now and they wouldn't know it. They don't know that you're the person that you just gave. They have no fucking earthly idea.
And the moment he actually saw it and went through, saw the license and everything,
Yeah.
it was like, boom, boom,
Yep.
boom, boom, boom.
No different than like we'd be in a house and someone get an objection and then the agent would call me and I'd be like, no, that's how it works. They go, okay.
He could have called his
I could be anyone. I could literally be a fucking serial killer, And so I like to fuck with people. It's who I am, dude. It's fun for me. It makes my day go by. And so a lot of times when people would sometimes and I'll get to the banking thing, but the trust thing, my thought process. Sometimes when you get to a door, some people will hesitate to let you in. So who are you? I don't trust you. Or they'll ask for your ID sometimes. It certainly happens. At a table, I'll take out my wallet and I just fucking if you're worried about it, I just take out my wallet and I take what you want, dude. And I just toss it at you nicely. I'm like, hey, take what you want. But if at the door they're not letting me in, people are like, can I see your ID? I'll take out the ID. I'll Like, yeah, no problem. Hey, but if I was a fucking scammer, I'd have been smart enough to make a fake one, right? That's exactly how I did it every time. And I'd laugh, and they'd laugh. They'd go, "Yeah, good point," and they'd let me in. Almost never would they look at the ID. It's just, for me, it's a thought process. Like, oh, this fit, what? That thing you believe? You know what I mean? The piece of paper you believe? My credentials I text you believe?
The website that
Like, I just, what? The psychology of it is bananas to me. So understanding that, my mentality is, this isn't, it's just a fucking roadblock. It's not real. Because you didn't really build any trust by giving them some fucking random name on, granted it's you, but they don't know that. They can't verify that. You didn't actually verify shit.
So what's that?
Correct. Like, who cares? So if I were going to scam you, dude, I would definitely use anyone's name on this website. However, here's mine. You know what I mean? But again, anyway, so for me, like, when it goes to the banking thing, the one that gave me the objection this past week, she just was struggling with it. She didn't want to give out her banking stuff, and she didn't understand why, and the whole thing was fucking stressing her out. I was like, listen, I can explain this till I'm blue in the fucking face, but the reality is, I'm just going to have to ask you to trust me on this one. There's no way for me to proceed without it, so we can either hang up and you can have no insurance, or you can trust that I'm telling you the truth and we can proceed. What do you want to do? She was like, okay, I'll give it to you. Listen, I just asked. You're going to have to trust me on this one. Fucking ask for it. It's crazy. Like, then what? You know what I mean? And it worked. What might be? I stole that from Dom, actually. I heard Dom do. I saw that on a random video of his like a few weeks ago. Yeah. He had a client. He had a clip of a live. He did it live, so he got a little clip of it. I was like, and just in the back of my head, I was like, that was fucking slick right there. It was probably a month or two ago. And then when it came up, it just naturally came out of my mouth. I was like, God, I just did some Dominique Rogers right there. It's not something I've used in the past.
Yeah.
I literally just took it off a video I saw a fucking month ago. Whereas me, I try to like logically, are they just going to make sure that, when fucking, if anything my old pitch with that shit on why I have to give it or why it's automatic, because a lot of them don't like that. Why does it have to auto draft? And I'd go with the whole health. If you get sick and you're in a fucking hospital and it doesn't auto draft, it lapses. You fucking, that whole story about people being pissed their policies lapse. So this protects you. And that works a fair amount of time, to be honest. It worked pretty well. And I did that with this lady too. But just asking worked. That thing, she wasn't convinced yet.
We should take it a step back though. How do you, over the phone, kind of explain that to them that, you will need the banking, you have to provide this.
Yeah, I think it's just explaining it as non of a big deal as possible.
Like, make it sound like it's not a big deal?
Because it's not a big deal. Okay. People worry about their fucking routing and account number. Dude, it's on a fucking check that you give to Steve at the grocery store and you mail into the electric company. You know what I mean? The people that use checks. Yeah. We get it. They're like, no, I know, but I can common sense, like, I don't give anybody my routing and account number except for everyone you hand a check to. Yeah. They're like, wait, what? When you hand your check to the clerk at the grocery store, he sees your routing and account number. When you mail it to whoever you mail it to, the fucking clerk that opens it sees it. And then they put it on the desk of the accounts payable or accounts receivable person that has to put it in the computer. They see it. And then the person that has to deposit in accounting, they see it. Everyone sees your fucking routing and account number. No one gives a shit. It's not that big a deal. You know what I mean? And so I would just come down. But I think it's just explaining it as part of the process. I think seniors, it makes sense to just inquire, do you have a valid checking account or you want one of those cards? Because that's pretty common. It's just validating what you got. But I think with everyone that you can assume has a checking account, it's like, hey, the process is really simple. As we go through this thing, health questions, see what you qualify for, you're going to pick a plan, and we got to make sure you have a valid account that it's going to auto draft out of. Just fucking explain. It's just explaining the process.
If you're in the insurance space and trying to build an agency, or you're trying to like break records in sales, just hit new levels, new heights, click the link below to apply to my consulting and coaching program that I have out there. I'm helping tons of people get to new levels, get to new income heights, help them build their teams, put systems in place, staffing stuff, recruiting processes, automations, and just teaching people how to get to a point where they're selling on their own pen, 30, 40, 50 grand a month. And if they're building a team, teaching how to have an effective structure to your insurance agency for the most profitability you can. There is an application process. I'm only looking to work with like high-end people who really want to make big things happen. A couple recent clients that we've had in the coaching program. One dude as an individual went from selling like $8,000 a month, barely getting by, about to quit the industry, found the book, hit me up direct, started a coaching program, went to 35K his first month, has issued like 150K in the last 90 days and has changed the trajectory of his career. Working with another agency builder, very first month went from doing like 800 grand a month to almost 1.1 million. We added like 10 or 15% production in 30 days and continue to work on things there. So if you're interested, click the link, apply, and if you're a fit, I'll reach out.
A really easy way, if you're struggling with it, where to put it in. If you're saying you're gonna, part of your process is we're gonna shop it around to different carriers, it'd be really easy to go, do you use a checking or savings account to pay for stuff like this? Because I need to know that depending on which carrier we use. You know what I mean? Because if you only have a card, you're limited.
Right.
Does that make sense? So if you have a valid checking or savings account where you pay for these things, it opens up more opportunity for you to get insurance.
Oh, they'll tell you exactly that.
Yeah. So it's to their advantage to get one. I mean, if you can make something to someone's advantage, as the terminology, they're more bound to do it. So the advantage is you can shop around in more places if they're paying with a checking or savings versus a card.
I've also told them that, like, I'm like, yo, you need people pay your rent with your debit card and charge you more money. Like the same thing.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah,
They
I'm mad at that. Especially if they have both. They don't want to give you one.
Yeah.
That's fucking, yeah, that's good too.
No, bro. Same way you pay the rent, it's more money. Unless you want to pay more, like no, like nah.
It's a very similar mindset of like making it to their advantage. Like, and it might be different for those of y'all that don't do field sales, but pulling out policies can be difficult. It's a fucking hard thing for especially new agents to get policies. I don't even know. I don't really think fucking telesales agents even really fucking attempt much of it, which is crazy. Y'all ain't figured that out yet because you leave so much fucking money on the table. Y'all are leaving fuck tons of money on the table by not reviewing policies. It's obnoxious how much money y'all lose. But you know, it is easier in a house because you can read it. You don't have to rely on the client to read it. You know, but they still don't want to go get it. They all pretend they don't know where it is. 98% of fucking pretend they don't know where it is. And so I had to learn how do I make this benefit them? You know, so first I'd be like, do you have any other life insurance? Yes, I have this. I'd be like, all right, can you go grab it? That was the first attempt. Can you just go grab it? Half will probably get up and go get it. You know, the other half will make up some bullshit. If they make up some bullshit, again, you can try a million different things, whatever works for you, fine. But for me, I wanted to make it to their benefit. So I'd go, all right. So the way this thing works is I got to go through a ton of different fucking health questions. If you get your policy out, it'll save us like 15 or 20 minutes right now because I can cheat and grab some of the info right from it. So if you want to save like 20, 30 minutes, take a couple minutes, go find it, probably makes sense, right? And the concept of them getting the policy gets me out of their house 30 minutes faster. They'd fucking, dude, you don't know how many times someone would be sitting right there but not know where it is. They'd turn around, grab that fucking Luke Combs thing, and it'd be right there.
I was in the safety deposit when he walked in.
100% of that. Dude, it was fucking crazy, bro. There are so many times where the person that said they didn't know where it was, from the chair at the kitchen table, could grab it without moving, without getting up. Countless times. And so for me, I would just make it to their advantage. I mean, so go get it worked, fine. It'll save us 15, 20 minutes, fine. That would work a big majority of the time. You know, and it was easier than going, can you go get it? It probably isn't what you think. 9 out of 10 policies I look at aren't what they say they are. Don't you really want to know if it's whole life or term? Don't you want to be certain? Don't you want a policy review? That shit didn't work as well for me. Just straight up fucking, yo, it'll save us 30 minutes worth of fucking questions. That worked really good. Was it a fib? I mean, I can fucking flip through the application and see shit. So it did save me a lot of times. I'd see medications, they had an approval. I'd see fucking health questions answered. And I fucking get a lot of information out there. I get beneficiaries, I get social, I get fucking, I have all kinds of info. I get the agent. Huh? Yeah, the banking info's usually in there. Fuck, I mean, you got hella fucking information. Yeah.
But how would you translate that over the phone though? Because you don't see it. Because if I do ask somebody to get it and they don't,
Just my point is, it's harder. That's the fucking struggle. You know, but again, if I find someone's got, dude, I don't know. I don't do it, so I don't know the answer. But I know if I was doing this shit every fucking day, I'd sure as shit be trying to find a way to figure it out. I know that for sure. Because y'all are fucking losing 10,000 plus a month by not looking at it. I promise you, you're losing at least that much a month.
Could y'all ever tell what you have and kind of believe it?
Yep.
Seriously?
Do y'all kind of let them tell you what you have and you don't have a choice but to believe it?
Yeah, sure.
And sometimes it's
How many times a week do you pull out a policy? It's different than what they say, and you replace it.
Bro,
How many times a week? How many times a week?
Those are the best deals.
I know.
Like,
How many times a week?
4, 5, 6.
Okay. And then, what's the average premium?
$200. Yeah. Like I told the banker at least a couple times a week. This one. Like they have 4 policies, 2 of them are graded, 2 of them are GIs. They thought they had 20, but it's 10. The agent told them over the phone it was fucking 20, but it's 10,000 whole life, 10,000 active.
Right.
But they sold it on $20. And now they're pissed. And now they won't leave the grade. And they don't, or they have like 5 policies.
or
All
like
graded.
yeah, some shit.
And they told me it was a whole life day one. The agent swore it was day one. I grabbed it. I'm like, look right there. So I would call into the company with them.
That's what
I do that when I don't have
If they don't want to, it's up there. I'll be like, hey.
I do them options. Who do you have? Mutual? All right, cool. I'm calling her now.
Yeah. So
I
I
just
just we'll
call.
call.
Same thing in a house because I used to.
How often are you on the phone with a carrier confirming?
And not,
Not 4 or 5 times a week, I bet.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
But it's like I'll try to get them to go get it first, and then the ones that don't, and then we'll try to. Okay, you have this, and then we'll add them. But it's not 4 or 5 times.
I mean, for me, like something that worked sometimes well at some stage, because I've tried all kinds of different things. I used to tell them, which is true, that we have to document it on the current application. So I'd be like, go grab that. We have to document it on this one. I need you to grab a couple pieces of information off the policy. They'll fucking go get it. Which it's kind of true. I mean, you need the name and the face amount, sort of. But I'm in my head, I'm gonna like, hey, what's the policy number? What's the, you know what I mean? I can make it as if we need to verify more information than we really do. You know what I'm saying? That worked a lot. I got documented on this one. People don't argue that shit. That was a good fucking. The 30-minute thing worked the best, but me having a document it worked a lot. And then if I were in your shoes, as I'm thinking about it, I used to do this in the field, dude. I would Do you take the policies you replace?
I got cabinets, bro. I still,
so
See, like I know they're like, what the fuck? Why? Why do you think we take them? You can't think of one reason
So
why.
they don't look at it and think that that's what they had, or
I mean, we already looked at it and they know it
that's like
sucks.
5 reasons.
Correct.
I think they had nothing.
Do you not think it'd be good to understand each of the different companies' policies? Where they put the information on them and how the illustrations look and how everything's worded and how the terminology works and you know what I mean? Like where on the what page on the policy you can show them the fucking chart that shows where it goes up and if it shows guaranteed or if it doesn't show guaranteed or if it shows you mean all the little details that we try to show that this isn't what you have. The number of years in the term, the face amount, accidental. When people go, I got 40 grand, it's 20 grand life insurance, 20 grand accidental, 40 total. I'm like, you have a policy in hand, dude, I can pull out a fucking policy and look at it and be like, flip to page 3. You see that section where the chart says this? You can walk people through it. You know what I mean? And then when you read them, you can then understand it. You can start seeing differences and nuances between companies and illustrations. This fucking State Farm was pretty popular where I used to run. These motherfuckers used to sell everybody their shitty little UL.
oh my god.
Oh, motherfucker.
Fucking sucks.
Dude, I would have fucking Susan's policy in my fucking bag. I'd pull that shit out and I'd be like, look, this is how they look. You know? And that was quicker than calling a carrier. You know what I'm saying? So it was good ammo to have. Plus I get the agent information on it. I can fucking definitely call them.
I'll call you.
100%. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can use it for. You know, again, you have their banking information, especially in the field, especially back in the day when we used to do paper apps. But I don't got to fill out shit if I have their old application. I'm like, sign here, sign here, sign here. Bro, I'd be out the house in 4 minutes because I don't have to fill out any of the app. You know what I mean? I have the lead. I have all the information on the application. I'm like, yo, sign. Give me a void check. I'm gone. I don't do none of the fucking paperwork in their house. You know? Health questions, I just check the yes answers. Everything that's no, I check it later. All the manual shit I had to fill in, just do that shit later. Yeah, so for me that helped in that situation. Granted, again, y'all don't deal with that necessarily today, but
It also helps too because if you learn what carriers don't take stuff, like if it's like a Lincoln Heritage, and you're dealing with someone who has health issues, in my brain I know it's to your way clear.
Yeah,
So now
correct.
I'm
Yep.
trying, I don't want to tell them that, but I want them to figure out what they, because I know what Lincoln takes now, because I've seen so many other policies. So if I have a Lincoln, and I go over there,
Yep.
my part, I'm like, how can I get you to realize it's a 2-year waiting period? If I'm on the phone, that's how I do it. So like, also you can learn it that way too.
Or even like just underwriting. If you're good at underwriting, like I know there's a few questions like someone who tells you they have COPD and that you know that they got their preferred version versus their
Yeah.
standard.
And they lied on the application. You can fucking see it right there. Oh, bro.
Look at question.
It'll fuck the other agent up too. Yeah. Hey, what did you say here? No, I told him I have it.
Exactly.
Me too.
Now you just ran right into your own.
Yeah. And they don't trust that agent ever again. You ain't gotta worry about that fucker coming back and saving it or none of that shit.
The worst thing you get is them being so mad they don't want to buy insurance.
That happens too. I've had that happen. Yeah.
It doesn't happen that often, but that will
Nah,
happen.
everyone wants a blue moon.
They're just
Everyone wants a blue moon.
But then you rebook with them and then write them a day if you can.
This is by far my biggest policies. It's not even close, dude. I'd write fucking $300, $400, $500 a month premiums on shit like that. Wrapping up 3, 4, 5 policies, 2, 3. Ah, dude, that shit was all the time. And then they get pissed off, and you find out the dad has one, the cousin has one, the whole thing. Oh, bro.
And they usually stay on the book longer because they already had a policy for a year or two.
Yeah.
They've been paying it. They're not going to cancel. So it's not going to be a charge because they've been used to paying for life insurance.
Them State Farm ones, they get some cash back too.
Yeah.
They get a little bit of cash back and get what they actually thought they had because they would sell it like shit. It always expire at like 8.
Underfunded fucking you up.
Yeah.
Dude, sometimes I'll give a family back like $6,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got you better insurance than somebody and got you paid, so you're
Yep.
welcome. Is what people usually say to me after.
So, like, y'all should know that all those companies they see on TV. You know, you ever get them reference it? I saw this on TV. I saw ARP. I have this. I have that. You get those? You ever call in and fucking order one? Whew, motherfucker. Shit. Call 1-800 fucking whatever and tell them to send you what they want, or go to the website for the information packet. Oh, dude. That's how I learned about all those 2-year waiting periods and all those fucking by the mail ones. The Mutual of Omaha one used to stump the shit out of me. Like, how the fuck did they get this thing for $8? Yeah. One you didn't know was graded, and then I didn't know at the beginning it was direct to consumer. So there's no commission.
I've also learned certain policy numbers mean certain things.
Yeah. The BU versus yeah. Yep. It's crazy. So it's like you can educate yourself to another level, and it's such a fucking competitive advantage. You know what I mean? So that's like studying your craft. That's studying the opponent. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, you can know your play, fine. Do you know what the linebacker's going to do, or the defender in whatever sport, or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No different than what's the client going to do. Cool. You got more ammo because you understand all the options, or at least know where to get the info. You know, I used to know how to get all the pricing on them fucking, you could figure out, there was a chart, it's probably still somewhere, on all the ones that have the 5-year increases. They have an actual chart that shows the fucking increases. Mm-hmm. So you can see what it's going to go up to without calling it. This is literally a fucking guideline. You know, so ARP, you pull it out, like, here's your age, 67. Look, that's the price you're paying now. Here's what it goes to later. The military, the VGLI one was the same way. I'd have a fucking VGLI sheet printed out. I'd show them that.
So create login for the policy. I don't know how to do it over the phone, but I thought the same thing. Create a login.
Oh, do you?
To the website.
Right there?
Oh yeah, log into their.
I don't really call. I hate fucking calling. It's an hour long fucking hold.
Oh, for the one you're looking into.
Any policy.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I thought you meant for the one you wrote.
Everything right there too. You pull up the whole policy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably makes sense now too.
Everyone has a login.
They didn't have the internet when I sold stuff.
It sucks when some of the carriers are little sticklers and they need the policy number though. There's only a
Sometimes only your social security number.
yeah.
It's easy.
I just love making the carrier self-destruct.
Yeah.
By asking the right, the line of questions.
There's a game to play. Some of them, if they feel like you're trying to replace it, they'll send you to the retention department. So some of them you got to play real good. Like, yo, this is just a customer service call. So I'd be like, hey, I'm sitting here with my friend Mary. She just has a couple questions about her current policy. Yep. Because if I go like, hey, we're looking, if it sounds at all like you're trying to replace their shit, they're trained to go, all right, retention department, and those fuckers will handle it different. You go down the customer service line, they'll give you everything. They'll say they don't give a fuck. They'll tell you all the information. They'll tell you the new pricing, how bad what it goes up to. They don't care. You know, the retention departments, their job is to maintain it. So they try to do what I'm saying to do. They know their shit, and they're trying to I mean, they're doing their best to save it. Or sometimes I remember fucking this up. You get one of them fucking 5-year ones that goes up in price, and then you call in and bitch about it. And if you don't do it right, the person on the retention side will go, "Oh no, we can convert that to whole life for you right now, ma'am." I'm like, "Fuck, bro, hell yeah, it's a decent price." I was like, "Shit." Yep.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude, I fucking run into that roadblock a few times. Yeah, buddy. Yep. I'm like, "Oh, God, missed that one."
They want to stay with them, they've been
Yeah.
with them so long.
So you'd have to learn how to ask the questions and be like, "Thanks," click. Yeah. Yeah.
Usually I would try to make it seem like I'm on their side and I want them to almost keep it on the phone. Like, hey, we don't have a policy in the household.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to get everything written down. And then can we send some kind of summary in the household? They don't even know I'm about to replace the shit.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that I need to probably change that part, but usually it hasn't bit me yet. Maybe just the resending of like the summary of an older policy after replacing it.
Yeah, some of them are hard because they'll fucking be like, "Yeah, we'll email it to you in 7 to 10 business days." That ain't fun either. Fuck. Yeah. There's a motherfuck ton of money to be made playing the I know policy game. Because agents are trash. Quite frankly, most agents suck at fucking underwriting. The overwhelming majority of agents, if they run into one medication, they write GI.
I love that.
You know what I mean? This is not a hard game to compete against. It's just not. You know, there's so many.
Yesterday was a replacement. He had AIG. Miracle day one.
Level 1?
Yeah, oh, dude, that's all day every day.
So stupid.
That's all day. You know, I used to when we had a smaller team. Anytime someone wrote a guaranteed issue, they had to tell me why.
I just got one written again.
Yeah, and we would go through and look at them. So I'd look on our issue page and see who wrote them, and then if I didn't already know why, like why it was coming, I'd go and I'd call them. Be like, "Hey, what made you write that?" "Oh, they had fucking diabetes." "And?" "Well, they had cancer 12 years ago." "Okay. Well, I mean, I thought that's all I could get." "You didn't fucking look?"
Or call.
"Oh, I just wrote." Yeah, like that happened a lot. You know, so not only does that help the agents become more profitable, keeps them in the agency, it helps us become more profitable, it keeps policies on the books, it prevents other things from being replaced. We're not send hella agents back to houses. No, go back to that fucking house and fix that shit. Go back, tell them you're an idiot, you talked to your boss, you showed them the policy, and he let me know I fucked up and there's a better option. I'd send agents back all the time.
I feel like that kind of helps it though.
100%.
You came back and did me better.
That would help. Yeah.
Are all GIs a waiting period or something?
Yeah. And they're fucking expensive too.
Rookie question, but I'm listening. I'm like,
Yeah, there's no health questions. Like anyone can have it. It can't be good. You know what I mean? It's not only the weight, it's priced fucking shitty. You know, which is fine. Thank God some people can get it. And it's a really good tool when it's used in the right context. But unfortunately, it's a cop-out for most agents. It's an easy way to get it. And unfortunately, it's just shitty little commission. Usually takes longer to pay out. It's, you know what I mean? It's just...
If clients want the cash value to pay for their policy, does that subtract from the face amount?
Yes.
There you go.
When they
borrow the money and everything, whenever they die.
Understood.
Yeah.
Oh, if they borrow against it. Yeah, for sure.
It's all.
Pays off any loan first. For sure.
Have you found like the best closing sentence, like when you give the 3 options and based on those 3 options should I look at something higher or lower?
I like that. How you did that. That was cool.
Then like they're like, oh yeah, I think like the 250 for X amount of 250,000 of coverage for X amount would be something we're comfortable with. And what is like I have in the script. Should we give that a shot and see if it can pass an approval? Is that a good sentence, or?
I just asked them which one they want. Like, here's price 1, 2, 3. Okay. Which one you want?
Do you have them write it down while you're doing it? Though?
Do I have them?
Yeah,
Oftentimes they're driving, so not necessarily.
Because like I talked to Vincent, I'm telling him like gold, silver, bronze, write these down. All right, circle which one you want.
That's it. Yeah, same.
X out other ones. All right, and then we start.
He has them circulated too. That's pretty cool. They all work. Like on the phone, the one I did on the phone this week, I was just like, out of the three, which one makes the most sense for you to get now? You know, and if they waver at all, if they don't instantly pick one, I don't like a lot of that dead time. I'll wait a minute because I want them. I like that silence to pick one. I'm good there. But if they start like, if I start hearing any of that, I'm like, all right, question. Which two are you wavering between? It seems like you're stuck between two of them. Which two are you trying to decide between? And it'll be like the 20 or the 30. I'm like, all right, we're going to go with the 21st. If you like that after a couple months, you can add the 30 later. You know, whatever I need next to ask for.
And then you're like, okay, now we're gonna go through the application.
Yeah.
I'll need to.
And usually, if you do it right, there's relief instant. They'll be like, okay, let's do that. You know what I mean? And if they fight, they're like, nah, I don't know, I really want the 40. I'm like, you sure $182 a month ain't a big deal? Or is 160 a little better? You know what I mean? Versus like, do you want one or not? I don't want to get stuck there.
That's the question.
So if I,
like, what,
it's always A or B. It's not yes or no. You know what I mean? They're both yeses. Which yes do you want? Whereas if I don't play it right, again, I like the silence here, the price. Again, I was taught when I show price, the first one talk loses.
Yeah, that's what I was.
You know what I mean? But if they start that wavering talk, they talk. I'm in. Now I gotta fix it. I don't want to let that mumble go too far, and I gotta think about it. You know what I mean?
I like that idea. It's a great, yeah, it sounds amazing. But
So as soon as it doesn't even be valid words. It could be noises coming out of their fucking face. If I feel fear and they start anything coming out, I'm going, all right, which two are you wavering between? They'll instantly fucking tell you.
Do you ever show them a lower option if you still feel like they're hesitant on even like the lowest?
Well, again, it's no different than everybody. If you explain it up front, I'm going to show you some options. You can tell me which one makes the most sense. We can go higher or lower. I mean, you can control this thing. So they know that anyway. But I feel like I can gauge it, especially on final expense. I mean, how much fucking lower can we go? You know what I mean? But I promise you, I've sold plenty of $2,500 fucking final expense policies in my day. 17, 12 a month. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I've certainly, again, I think if you understand the concept of it's a sale long before pricing, if you do it right, the pricing is just a formality. So I'm not worried about talking about both. Like, again, I don't want to show 100 different prices. But if I show 3 and I got to keep coming down, it is what it is. Then I'll just ask them to be honest. You know what I mean, if I showed $200, 150, 100, and they're like, I'm like, all right. I mean, what are you going to be comfortable paying? $50, $75, $80? I'll just ask them, but then I'll ask them for a number. That way I don't have to go, all right, do you want to, in the $89? How about that one? No. 77? How about this one? 62? No, I don't want to get into that. You know what I mean? So if it's 3 don't work and we got to go lower, I'll just fucking ask.
And when you solidify a sale, what are important components that need to exist in solidifying, like what he's approved, you tell him that you use whatever you use, and then what do you need to make sure, like, you know, what company he got approved, the policy number, when it's going to come out, all that stuff you go through, who's the beneficiary, like maybe a couple of benefits, but like what are the things that you want to make sure that you cover in the solidification one?
Really, that's a majority of it. And then from there, sometimes it takes a little while for your name to come out of the system. So if anybody else calls you, tell them to fuck off and call me. I'm going over that in some form or fashion. I don't necessarily have to say it that way, but that's ultimately what I'm getting to. I'm certainly letting them know that they're going to get their policy in the mail in a week or two. He says 2 to 4, whatever they say. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be whatever it is. And if you don't get it, please let me know. I let people know that if they need anything, they can call me. And if I don't answer, you have to leave a voicemail. Or I will not see you called. So I'm a big on like leave me a voicemail. I cover that because I get so many fucking random ass calls. Like we all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm big on leaving a voicemail if I don't, because I want them to know I'm going to call you back. You know what I'm saying? I go, if I don't call you back, that means I'm dead. Call the insurance company. Sean talks that. If I don't call you back, it's because I died. Call the insurance company. They'll give you a new rep. You know. So for me, I'm like, just do me a favor. If you don't catch me because I'm on the phone a lot, please leave me a voicemail or send me a text, or I might not see it.
Yeah.
You know. Well, that's really it, dude. I don't do a ton more on that. Fun game. It's just making tweaks. I mean, I think at the core of it, it's just paying attention to reactions. You know what I mean? And going, traditionally when I use this, more often than not, I get this reaction. You're never going to have 100% of the times anything works. I mean, none of the shit we say works all the time, ever, on anybody. It just doesn't. So it's like, for me, it's more about odds. If I say this or I say this, which one gives me the better odds? Just based on experience. You know what I mean? And I'm an odds guy. Sure, this can work and this can work, but I'm going to go with the one that gives me the best odds. You know? And I like going with one thing repeatedly versus trying all kinds of different shit. You know, again, there's a stage where you got to experiment with some stuff. But I fell into, and I think a lot of us do, just fall into what works well. And it's the small tweaks that really make a big difference as you get going. You know, a year plus in, year and a half in, 2 years in, you can fucking use one word, dude. You pick up 2-3 more apps a week, just small tweaks with shit. You know, thing he said earlier to you, I don't remember the terminology he was saying about the for cover. Yeah, just a small tweak like that, dude. You know, or like just seeing if let's just see if you can get some. It's like don't say just, we're just gonna see. Stop it. Stop. Take out that fucking word just. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can get you approved. Not let's just see. No. We're gonna get you approved and you're gonna pay. We're not just seeing if you get approved. You get approved and pay. You know what I mean? So little tweaks, man, can make a big fucking difference.
Hey guys, just created something really cool, and if you want to be part of it, join the Discord group I just created. The link is going to be in here. It's a dope environment. You can chat with others that are kind of in the community. You can see behind the curtain of our agency, have access to all kinds of stuff that we got going on, events, and my staff is in there. We have agents in there selling, me helping agents and sharing information. We're going to, as we build this thing out, share everything out there with all of you guys. So again, follow the Discord if you want to be part of everything we got going on. Join it now. We'll see you in there. Hope to help you more.